They rode into the sunset, guns blazing, the ultimate symbol of American masculinity. But what if the cowboys you grew up worshiping were living a secret life completely opposite to everything they projected on screen? Hollywood buried the truth for decades. Studios manufactured myths and controlled narratives because the reality about their biggest stars would have shattered everything. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the most iconic Western stars who privately lived as gay men. And some of these names will genuinely shock you. Ramon Novarro exploded onto the silent screen in 1925, playing the iconic lead in Ben-Hur, a role showcasing his athletic physique and commanding presence. He drove chariots with breathtaking power while audiences worldwide fell comedically under his spell. MGM eagerly positioned him as their answer to Rudolph Valentino, marketing his smoldering Latin charm to an adoring public. Because Novarro never married, the studio's publicity machine worked relentlessly, manufacturing fictional romances, feeding stories to gossip columnists, and silencing threatening rumors. In private, however, he lived more openly among trusted circles. His Laurel Canyon home became a welcoming sanctuary for Hollywood's closeted gay community. Among his most significant relationships was a long romance with journalist Herbert Howe. When sound pictures arrived, his pronounced accent significantly limited available roles. Through the 1930s, his blazing stardom gradually faded into supporting character work, never fully recapturing his silent film glory. His life ended tragically in 1968 when two young men broke into his home and brutally murdered him during a robbery, a devastating conclusion to a remarkable life. The tabloid press sensationalized his death, shamelessly stripping away dignity in his final chapter. Yet Novarro's early performances remain celebrated landmarks of Hollywood's golden silent era, cherished by film historians to this day. George Maharis. George Maharis rocketed to fame through Route 66, the beloved road trip drama that turned his brooding intensity and striking good looks into a genuine 1960s obsession. Viewers were captivated by the restless energy he carried effortlessly from episode to episode. He parlayed that stardom into Western film roles, bringing method acting sensibility and raw charisma that gave the genre real dramatic weight. At the height of his popularity, scandal struck without mercy. Maharis was arrested twice for lewd conduct with men, first in 1967, then again in 1974. And the headlines destroyed his leading man status virtually overnight. Contracts evaporated, phone calls went unreturned, and directors quietly closed their doors, unwilling to risk the controversy. Maharis never publicly addressed his sexuality, remaining silent as the arrests hardened into persistent gossip, shadowing him for decades. His momentum never recovered, and he was gradually pushed into supporting television roles, barely scratching the surface of his genuine ability. Friends consistently praised his professionalism, describing it as painful watching real talent buried beneath prejudice and legal persecution. He eventually withdrew from the spotlight entirely. When renewed interest in his work surfaced years later, audiences mourned the extraordinary star he never got the chance to fully become. Randolph Scott. Randolph Scott practically defined the stoic American cowboy, starring in westerns from the 1930s through the 1960s and transforming square-jawed restraint into a personal brand of frontier justice. Soft-spoken, steady, and effortlessly masculine, he made every dusty shootout feel like a genuine moral reckoning. Even when plots were straightforward, his quiet authority sold the entire frontier myth convincingly. For years, Scott shared a Santa Monica beach house with fellow actor Cary Grant, an arrangement insiders quietly treated as one of Hollywood's worst-kept secrets. The two men shared expensive vacations and a comfortable domestic routine that raised eyebrows throughout the industry. Studio teams worked diligently to frame it as merely a practical bachelor arrangement between two busy stars. Scott married twice, though both unions struck many observers as strategic rather than genuinely romantic. Biographers continue debating the true nature of his bond with Grant, whether it represented romance, profound companionship, or simply two men navigating enormous studio pressure on their own quiet terms. He retired in 1962 as one of Hollywood's wealthiest actors, having made extraordinarily shrewd investments in oil and real estate. His legend as the quintessential American cowboy endures today, even as questions about his private life continue sparking debate among film historians alike. Anthony Perkins. Anthony Perkins is most widely remembered as the unforgettable Norman Bates in Psycho, but earlier he carved out a compelling presence in westerns, including The Tin Star and Friendly Persuasion. His lanky intensity brought unusual psychological depth to frontier stories, a nervous current that made even conventional cowboy roles feel genuinely layered. In 1973, Perkins married photographer Barry Berenson, and together they raised two sons, presenting the respectable family image Hollywood expected. Yet beneath that surface, Perkins struggled deeply with his sexuality, forming relationships with men including dancer Grover Dale and actor Tab Hunter. Facing relentless studio pressure and a society treating homosexuality as career poison, he underwent conversion therapy multiple times, desperately hoping to change himself. That profound inner conflict seeped into his performances, lending characters a haunted vulnerability that felt achingly authentic. Whether portraying a conflicted lawman or a man quietly unraveling, he carried something unmistakably personal beneath the surface. In 1992, Perkins died from AIDS-related complications, having kept his diagnosis hidden, even from those closest to him, until nearly the end. Afterward, Berenson spoke movingly about his struggle and the devastating toll that maintaining a double life had taken on his mental health, their marriage, and everyone who loved him. Guy Madison. A modest supporting role in Since You Went Away gave Guy Madison his Hollywood foothold, and his clean-cut all-American looks quickly earned him the lead in The Adventures of Wild Bill Hickok. The series dominated 1950s television, transforming Madison into a genuine household name. That single iconic role defined him completely. The uncomplicated cowboy parents were proud to let their children admire. In 1949, Madison married actress Gail Russell, and fan magazines eagerly framed it as a picture-perfect romance. The marriage collapsed within 2 years, shadowed by persistent whispers about his private life. Among Hollywood insiders, quiet conversations circulated about relationships with men, including a long-rumored connection with director George Cukor, well known for hosting gatherings where gay actors could socialize freely. Madison never confirmed anything publicly. His Wild Bill Hickok run surpassed 100 episodes, cementing his place in television Western history. As the genre faded through the 1960s, his career gradually disappeared alongside it. He eventually relocated to Europe, finding steady work in Italian westerns and enjoying more personal freedom away from Hollywood scrutiny. When Madison passed away in 1996, his legacy remained anchored to that beloved iconic role, even as biographers continued probing the carefully guarded private life he protected so faithfully. Tab Hunter during the 1950s. Tab Hunter was Hollywood's golden boy blonde, boyishly handsome, starring in westerns like The Burning Hills and Gunman's Walk, while Warner Brothers marketed him as every young woman's perfect boyfriend. His clean-cut charm embodied exactly the wholesome masculinity parents approved of and teenagers pinned to their bedroom walls. To protect that image, the studio arranged fake romances with actresses, including Natalie Wood, choreographing public dates designed to smother inconvenient questions. In reality, Hunter was gay and maintained a long-term relationship with figure skater Ronnie Robertson, while the press received only polished cover stories. In 1955, Confidential magazine moved to expose his sexuality. Warner Brothers negotiated shrewdly, redirecting attention toward actor Rory Calhoun's criminal history, instead successfully protecting their investment in Hunter's spotless image. The close call changed him permanently. He grew more guarded publicly while continuing relationships privately, including a meaningful partnership with Anthony Perkins. As the studio system weakened and Hunter aged out of heartthrob territory, his career naturally cooled, though he continued working steadily. In 2005, he published a courageous autobiography, finally telling the truth about life inside Hollywood's closet. Hunter passed away in 2018, remembered as a genuine classic star and an honest voice exposing the brutal personal cost so many actors of his generation endured. Forrest Tucker. Forrest Tucker accumulated more than 100 film credits and later found a new audience through the television comedy F Troop, demonstrating genuine comedic timing alongside his trademark tough guy persona. Standing around 6 feet 5 inches tall with a booming voice, he projected authority fitting perfectly in westerns and military roles, the kind of presence casting directors used as instant shorthand for power. Publicly, he leaned hard into a hyper-masculine image, 3 marriages, publicized affairs, and a ladies' man reputation studio publicists happily amplified. Behind that facade, he also pursued relationships with men. Encounters fixers scrambled to suppress, requiring purchase silence and relentless damage control. People close to him described a man divided against himself, bold macho performance in public, hidden desires after dark. That contradiction surfaced as mood swings, heavy drinking, and erratic behavior. Tucker never acknowledged the rumors, instead doubling down loudly on masculinity in traditional values. When he passed away from cancer in 1986, mainstream obituaries praised his range, leaving his private contradictions respectfully untouched. Tyrone Power. Tyrone Power was 20th Century Fox's golden boy, breathtakingly handsome, moving effortlessly from swashbuckling adventures to westerns with the ease of a born star. In films like The Mark of Zorro and Jesse James, his athletic build sold heroic masculinity convincingly. He married 3 times and maintained a public persona that appeared completely unshakably straight. Privately, Power pursued relationships with men, including documented connections with actor Cesar Romero and others within Hollywood's carefully guarded social world. Friends described a man tormented by the gap between his public image and private desires, fearing exposure constantly. Studio fixers manage risk, ruthlessly pressuring reporters, paying off blackmailers, keeping scandals buried. On screen, his performances carried a quiet vulnerability, bringing genuine emotional longing to standard action. Material audiences sensed something authentic beneath the heroic surface, without fully understanding why. In 1958, while filming in Spain, Power suffered a massive heart attack and died at just 44. Most secrets went with him, surviving only as hush stories and cryptic diary traces. To the public, an enduring legend. To those who truly knew him, always quietly watching the door.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. See you in the next one.